Kun Veerapat, first off, does the International Criminal Court even have the competence to look over this case?
Well,
regarding
first of
this
all,
case?
let me just give you a broad understanding. When we talk about the International Criminal Court, we are talking about a different court from what we used to hear about the World Court or the ICC or the International Court of Justice.
Right.
That particular court is set up for the states or the governments or the countries to go and settle their disputes. So that's, for example, the case between Thailand and Cambodia. But in the news today, the members of the Pheu Thai party is planning to lodge certain information before the International Criminal Court. It is the court that concerns individual responsibility. In other words, the individual government officials, the individual generals of the armies, or the heads of governments who might have used their authority against the citizens. The latest example would be the situation in Libya, where the late Colonel Gaddafi and his sons have been issued the warrants to be brought to the International Criminal Court. So that's the broad picture that we are talking about. Now, back to your question whether the ICC or the International Criminal Court has the competence or jurisdiction to hear Thai law. The answer is yes and no. So here's the answer. The answer is yes, that in the extreme cases that the United Nations find that the Thai government or Thai officials or Thai authorities exercise their force against the Thai citizens, which are so severe, so serious to constitute international crimes. The Security Council, which is an organ of the United Nations, may refer the matter to the prosecutor of the International Criminal Court, and then it is up to the prosecutor whether he or she is going to pursue the case against the Thai official or the Thai government authorities. So that's one extreme case that is still possible. But other than that one particular case, the answer remains no, because Thailand has already signed the Rome Statute or the treaty accepting the court's power, but Thailand has not ratified, has not yet agreed to become parties to the treaty that establishes the International Criminal Court. So the short answer is in extreme case it is possible, but in general cases the answer would be no.
But in a way, it would seem like this is sort of like an internal problem, correct?
Yes. You brought up a very sharp point, because if we look at the treaty that creates the International Criminal Court, Article 1 of the Rome Statute, which is a treaty that creates the court, actually says that the court exists as a complementary court to domestic courts. So the rationale or the basic premise, the basic principle of the ICC or the International Criminal Court is to act as the last resort, as the backup plan, just in case that the domestic courts in that particular countries cannot deal with the problem, or they just help the corrupt authorities get away, or what we call impunity from criminal justice, then it would be the job or the role of the International Criminal Court to step in, provided that we satisfy the criteria establishing the jurisdiction of the court. Now, so there is another requirements listed under the Rome Statute. Even if somebody is going to say that one day Thailand might ratify the treaty and accepts the court's power, the matter is still not clear, because the treaty actually says that as long as the matter is still being under investigation or being under judicial proceedings inside Thailand, inside that particular country, the court has to consider the case inadmissible. So that means that as long as the matter is still pending before the Thai courts, the Thai investigation authorities, then the court would not step in, because it is the court of last resort.
Right. So do you think that this may be a move to divert the public's interest to other issues?
Well, that could be one thing. The other thing is, remember, when we talk about the possibility to bring the case before the International Criminal Court, if the matter is so severe, is so serious, is so shocking to the international community, then the attempt by members of the Pheu Thai party who lodged this package of information before the court might open doors to the Security Council of considering this matter. But we have to remember that has to be a grave and serious, shocking crime. For example, if Gaddafi is going to order his troops to kill all the citizens who come out and protest against him, then that's a totally different scenario from what we might regard as the dissolution of the riots at Ratchaprasong area, which resulted sadly, unfortunately, in 31 or 32, or some claim 91, 92,
deaths, yeah.
or some even claim 93 bodies, some still missing. So what we have to bear in mind is that it is possible, the room or possibility is there for this information to reach the Security Council. And if the matter is so grave and so severe, then the Security Council has the authority under international law to ask the prosecutor to initiate a case in the case of Thailand. But if we look at the overall situation, I don't think that what happened in Ratchaprasong, sad it may be, would constitute such serious international crimes under which is covered by the jurisdiction of the court.
Right. Kun Weerapat, when they say that they wanted, hope that the ICC would bring this case considered as a special case, is there any special meaning towards that? And how would this bring the case?
Yes, I can understand what said before would say special cases. So let me just sum up this way. There are three general ways to bring the case before the ICC. The first way is for the government, for the country itself, to bring the case to the court. So you might be questioning, why would the government bring the case to the court? So in order to find the guilty party within the government, we have to consider the scenarios where there's a change of government. So for example, if the previous regime attacked the general population, then the new government who was elected might try to bring justice towards the previous regime. So that's the first case, which is not the case today because the Thai government is not actually being the state party to the court. The second case is the Security Council of the United Nations, who's going to ask the prosecutor of the court to initiate the case. Now, I already explained that it's a very slim chance that the Security Council is going to consider the case of Thailand to be so shocking and so severe to act that way. So it comes to the last possibility, that is for the prosecutor of the court to initiate the case if he deems that this is a special circumstance. So this is what I think that members of the Pheu Thai party might be hoping for. He or she might hope that this package of information might interest certain prosecutors at the court so that the prosecutors might conduct further investigations into the events that happened in Ratchaprasong and other areas in Bangkok and propose to the trial chamber to authorize that the case be brought against Thai authorities. The tricky part is that as long as Thailand has not ratified the Rome Statute, has not accepted the power of the court, then that option to bring the special case by the prosecutor remains limited. It is very unlikely to happen.
Right, okay. Well, thank you so much, Kun Weerapat Pariyawong, once again for joining our program.